when The Voice crowned Sophronia Vasquez its season 26 champion in December 2024. The world witnessed the rise of one of the most thrilling, soulful, and emotionally resonant vocalists in recent memory. His victory was not just a win for the show. It was a cultural moment for millions of Filipinos worldwide, who saw in him a symbol of pride, hope, and representation. But as the Voice family prepared for one of its most anticipated post-season celebrations, a star-studded concert scheduled for June 14, 2025 at the iconic Stanley Theater in Utica, New York, fans were left stunned to discover that the season's most talked-about champion would not be joining the show's leading performers. Why would the newly crowned champion, at the peak of newfound fame, decline such a massive opportunity? Why would he be absent from a lineup that included the season's most celebrated singers and a surprise appearance from music legends? The answer lies in a deeply personal, heartfelt decision. One rooted in heritage, humility, and a mission far larger than any single spotlight. This is the story of why Sophronia Vasquez chose purpose over publicity, community over celebrity, and home over the allure of an American stage. A journey no one saw coming. Sophronia Vasquez, 31, arrived on The Voice stage in 2024 with no PR machine, no industry connections, and no flashy backstory crafted for reality TV theatrics. What he carried instead was a voice shaped by lived experience, one that held both the pain and poetry of his life in Mindanao. The moment he launched into his blind audition performance of Luther Vandross's Never Too Much, time seemed to stop. All four coaches slammed their buttons, nearly tripping over each other with praise. Gwen Stefani called him a once-in-a-generation vocalist. John Legend said, "Every note felt like a story." From that moment, America and the Filipino diaspora worldwide were hooked. A voice that spoke to multiple cultures at once. What made Vasquez stand out was not just vocal power. It was identity. His performances often blended R&B soul, Filipino musical flourishes, subtle nods to OPM, original Filipino music, elements of Kundiman-style tremolo, occasional Tagalog lyrics woven seamlessly into Western songs. He wasn't just singing, he was bridging cultures. A family that built his foundation. Born in Davao City, Vasquez grew up in a modest household where music was both a comfort and a tradition. His father, a farmer, taught him resilience. His mother, a karaoke enthusiast, taught him passion. Music wasn't a hobby in the Vasquez home. It was a way of life. And when Sophronia stepped onto the global stage, he carried all of that history with him. A season defined by emotion. Throughout the 2024 season, Vasquez delivered performances that critics described as cinematic, soul-bending, and universally moving. His voice had a lived-in quality, a rawness that felt both vulnerable and powerful. Every week, he turned the stage into a confessional. His emotional cover of Alicia Keys' If I Ain't Got You went viral across TikTok in the Philippines. His original finale ballad, written as a tribute to his roots, drew praise from fans and artists alike. By the time he reached the finale, the question wasn't if he would win, but by how much. The moment of triumph. When his name was announced as the champion, the crowd roared. Social media across the Philippines erupted. In Mindanao, entire barangays reportedly gathered around TVs, celebrating the victory like a national holiday. But victory came with a price. The weight of sudden fame. Almost overnight, Vasquez's world shifted. Concert offers from U.S. venues. Interviews from major networks. Discussions about a potential record deal. Invitations to high-profile events. The attention was overwhelming, and though grateful, he confessed in a rare personal blog post. "The spotlight is beautiful, but it can blind you if you're not careful. I want to stay true to who I am." Fans loved him even more for this honesty. A night of stars, but one missing name. The June 14, 2025 concert at the historic Stanley Theater was being advertised as the ultimate celebration of The Voice Season 26. The lineup included runner-up Mia Sanchez, fan favorite Jim R. Langley, multiple standout finalists, Special appearances from coaches Reba McEntire and Snoop Dogg. But one name was missing. The champion. Fans were confused. Rumors circulated online. Some feared internal drama. Others speculated contract issues. But the truth was far more inspiring. A homecoming with purpose. According to close sources, Sophronia declined the U.S. concert because he chose to return to the Philippines for a deeply meaningful mission. A free concert series across underserved regions of Mindanao. The initiative's goals: bring live music to rural communities, provide mentorship to young aspiring musicians, donate instruments to children who cannot afford them, support grassroots cultural programs. The project, funded partly by his voice winnings and Filipino diaspora organizations in the US and Canada, was scheduled to begin the same week as the Stanley Theater concert. In an interview in Manila, Vasquez said, "Winning The Voice gave me a platform. But this platform isn't just for me. It's for everyone who dreams with me. This is my way of giving back." A decision rooted in identity. His former vocal coach, Maria Santos, explained, "He has always valued purpose over recognition. Even during the show, he talked about wanting his music to mean something more. This decision proved it. Fame versus authenticity. While many artists chase visibility after a major victory, Vasquez chose the opposite. In a heartfelt note on his website, he wrote, "I don't want to lose myself in the noise. I want my music to be honest, not performative." Fans praised his sincerity. Critics admired his audacity. Industry insiders called it a rare act of artistic integrity. Was it a risk? Yes. Was it worth it? Absolutely. For a rising star, skipping a major U.S. concert might seem like a dangerous career move. But Vasquez appears unfazed. A fan from Quezon City tweeted, "He's not rejecting fame. He's choosing something bigger. More than a concert series, a cultural movement. The Mindanao project is about more than music. It is about healing, identity, hope, community rebuilding. The region has faced years of economic hardship and conflict. Vasquez wants to bring joy where it is rare, opportunity where it is lacking, and inspiration where it is needed most." Local artists take the spotlight. One key element of the project is collaborating with local musicians, not overshadowing them. He aims to uplift indigenous performers, young aspirants, undiscovered talents from remote villages. It's a platform for others, not just himself. Though the concert remained spectacular, Vasquez's absence created a noticeable emotional gap. Fans had hoped to hear his iconic Alicia Keys cover, his viral original finale song, his signature fusion of Filipino and Western sound. His presence would have elevated the night, but his choice carried deeper meaning. Will he fade away? Unlikely. His fanbase is enormous. His cultural impact continues to grow. Record labels reportedly await his decision. And though he remains private about album rumors, he has confirmed, "I'm working on music that feels real. Not rushed. A different kind of star." Most artists chase applause. Sophronia Vasquez is chasing purpose. Most artists seek stages. He seeks connection. Most artists fear stepping away. He fears losing authenticity. His path won't be conventional, but it will be meaningful. Sophronia Vasquez's decision to skip the Stanley Theater concert is not a retreat from fame. It is a bold, confident, deeply personal step toward a greater mission, one rooted in culture, compassion, and community.